Good evening, everyone, and happy Tuesday, February 4th, 10 days before Lover's Day. This is the year of the lover. Y'all know that's another
I
Lord.
love that song.
Something like that.
What you mean? I love that song. Let's make a baby. Let's reach out and love one another. I love that song.
Um, yes.
Ooh,
Um,
yeah.
we are so excited that you all have tuned in to another week of Committee Spaces. This one is a very special episode. Um, because it's about hoops and heat. A1 launch previews, college hoops unrivaled, and more. So we'll be talking about all things basketball related. And I guess before we get into the things that are specified in the docket today on the pamphlet on the program, we want to talk about last week's college games. There are some exciting games that took place, some disappointments, some shocking wins, and so I guess what was the biggest game for you all that had the result that you probably were not expecting?
I don't even know. What games happened last week?
It was a lot.
South Carolina and Auburn, um,
LSU, Oklahoma,
LSU,
Oh, it'll
Oklahoma.
probably be that one. That one surprised me. I didn't think Oklahoma could do nothing with LSU.
Mm,
Maryland lost to Illinois, Iowa beat USC,
mm-hmm,
Ole Miss beat Vandy.
mm-hmm. We're going to definitely get into that game, some things about that game as well. So
Okay.
was the most shocking result the USC and Iowa game to you all?
Uh, no, no. If I'm being honest, if to me, you clamp Juju, um, you got a chance. Kiki is, I know she's still scoring her. She gets a lot of points. She does get the rebounds, but it's just not, no, sorry. And with Hannah Stokey, somebody who, is mobile, can run with her, can defend. And then I think they still got the O'Grady girls to there too as a sub. Rhea Marshall, she shows up sometimes. TVO is still not a great point guard, so I'm really not surprised if you game plan like somebody would game plan Caitlin, which I'm pretty sure Iowa coaches and stuff have a lot of experience with. No, I'm sorry, I'm not surprised at all, actually. And then Lindsay Gottlieb, great lady, but yeah, no, I'm not surprised. Like, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, am I surprised? Yes, in the sense that they didn't show up for themselves. Like, I know the score says it was somewhat close, but USC got beat from jump. Um,
Where is Gianna?
and for me, this was like a respect game. Like, you don't just you gotta. I don't mind teams losing because I think this is a season where most teams aren't gonna go undefeated, but just the way they lost, um,
Where's
it was
Gianna?
very evident that there's no trust on the roster. Um, it's Juju and Kiki or bust. TVO is getting worse by the game. It was just really bad, and they didn't have any answer for Iowa, which was really surprising. I will say I thought Iowa's post play really did help them. Like O'Grady made a lot of really good mid range shots to end the game that I don't think USC was prepared for. So it was shocking in the way that it happened. Um,
I don't see Yana. Y'all see Yana?
she said she's gonna try on another device. Hello.
Okay.
The other game that I really liked, I don't know what I expected, but LSU versus Oklahoma was a really bad good game. Like there was no defense played whatsoever. Shay's also if y'all want to let her.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I think she got her hand up to speak about the Southern Cal game.
I don't see her as a speaker. That's
She
why.
is. I see her.
Okay. But that Oklahoma LSU game was really competitive. I think Oklahoma is not the same way we used to talk about Arkansas when they were good in the SEC. That's how I feel about Oklahoma. They can score with anybody, but they can't defend with nobody. So, I don't see them winning any big matchups, in the conference, but that's my take on the two games that I thought were most entertaining.
Okay, go ahead, Shay.
I'm sorry, y'all. I the way I laughed through that first half of that fucking USC Iowa game, dog. It was a play where Juju brought the ball up and she just fell over. Like nobody touched her. She just dribbled and fell over. Like that
Please.
was some of the worst basketball I ever seen in my life. But before the game even really started, I said we'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if we win because you going into that atmosphere. That's not like the Pac-12 is got a lot of, predominantly white teams, but Iowa is different.
Mm-hmm.
And you going into that shit on the road when they're honoring, the greatest player in the history of their school. I can't even imagine what
Yes, you
that was
can, because
like.
we was there.
Oh, well, yeah, we was there in Dallas and that was on the road. So I can't imagine what that's like going to Iowa for a predominantly black team. But this shit, I'm tired of the spacing. I don't understand how you have Juju in the half court and she's being walled up by 2 and 3 defenders. In half court with Kiki on the floor, that doesn't make sense. Like they play like this is last year. And the thing about last year is the nerds could shoot the hell out of the ball. So when people were collapsing on Jew, you kick it out and they were knocking down threes. This team, they don't knock down threes at that clip. The spacing is horrendous. The post players didn't play well against Iowa. Like Stokey was just going through Raya. And I know she's fresh off an injury, but sister, my God, stand up. Kiki, I don't get it. I don't. And I know people want to blame Gottlieb and some of this is her fault, but Kiki be out there missing layups, y'all. Like that is not coaching. I don't know. But I'm gonna lay off of them only because they did go on the road and beat Maryland. They also went on the road and beat UConn. So you got to kind of balance it out with a team that's still growing together. But that was some hideous fucking basketball.
And didn't they let both of those, like, they had larger leads in both of
We
those
could barely
games,
hear
so
you,
come back
B.
in?
Yeah,
Be
you in the
you
swimming pool.
be you inside the shoe?
Didn't they? They let. What about now? Can you hear me now?
That's
Yeah, that's
better.
better.
Okay, so didn't both of those games that you mentioned, you know how they went on the road to to UConn and Maryland, didn't they also have larger leads in those games and let them back into it at the end?
Yes.
Well, UConn, I mean, but you're not gonna blow out a team on their home court, especially not a ranked team.
Okay. So,
I mean, unless your name is South Carolina and you beating the shit out of people, but most people are not blowing out
well,
people
no,
on their
because
UCLA
home.
UCLA
too.
beat the shit out of us.
Yeah, but that wasn't in South Carolina
It
though,
was
is
at
what I'm
home. That's
saying.
who.
I know. I know. So, is this any cause for alarm, or was this just you all
No.
think maybe just
Uh-uh.
like a one off?
I think a one-off. I think it's a maybe they'll see it as like a do something different, get back in the lab, but I don't think it's any real cause for like panic. I'm alarmed. I'm sorry, y'all. But I think I when you look at what they're working with though, it's just kind of like mm, I'm a.
I Yeah, go ahead, Dolores.
I think you. I think this is like this is me being very dramatic, but I'm a dramatic bitch, so I gotta be. Um, it's an inflection point in the season. Like it's a. If we play like this, all of our goals are null. If we pick it up, we know what we can be. But in my opinion, USC hasn't shown who they can be yet. Because even in the UConn game, in my opinion, they almost sold that game. Or in the Maryland game, they almost sold that game. I don't think they've had a ranked win that has been a statement win. Do they have opportunity to do that? Yes, but I don't see how you go into a potential matchup with UCLA with a lot of confidence after this type of game. And I think if you lose at UCLA and don't lose competitively, that takes a lot of your luster away as well. So that's kind of where my brain is at with it. Do I think, it's, time to rein it in. We're not going to do it this year. No, but I just think like it's a real gut check. And if they don't respond well, I don't see them you know, having a past Elite Eight type season.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely in the response. Like Ohio State comes Saturday to your house. Like, what's the Michael Irvin clip? Come to your house and eat your meal. How the fuck you gonna respond?
The facts. This is true.
But like, nah, it really is. You got Ohio State coming here, then you still got your 2 games with UCLA. So it's like, what y'all gonna do? You gonna fold it in, or y'all gonna get better and look at the tape? But I mean, I do think UConn is a statement win. Like, people just not going to UConn and winning games. So I do think it's a statement win.
Let's
I
go.
just
No.
think that they gotta figure out the spacing part. I don't get why we don't run more Juju and Kiki pick and rolls. I don't understand. And
Do they but
I
do
know
they
people are
trust
calling for, go ahead, love.
Kiki?
Well, that's the part that I'm confused about, because I think that you would trust her more if you put her in pick and rolls, because if I'm guarding that, I gotta pick, who am I? Am I doubling Juju and letting Kiki roll, or am I going with Kiki? Am I tagging, like, what are we doing? You gotta force a rotation. I don't like a Juju and Raya pick and roll. That doesn't move me spacing wise,
Because
because
I'm not. I don't got
now
to
I'm just
pick.
sending two to the ball.
I don't got to pick.
Right. I'm just sending two to the ball. It doesn't matter. So they got to figure that spacing part out. But I know people calling for Gottlieb to, I think it's a complicated situation. I need people to be realistic. Like, this is what, year 2 of Juju, year whatever, 4 maybe of Gottlieb. Like, unless somebody in Juju's camp says, hey, shaking it up, like, this is unprecedented territory to be in this quick, if
I
we're being realistic.
I think part of the issue, if I'm SC, is I think you have to do what South Carolina did in that year. Now, this was not by choice. This was by necessity. But I don't think they are going to be the team they need to be until they go 4 guard lineup.
Oh, I
Um,
agree. I think you need Kiki at the 5 for
yeah,
spacing.
I think that's the only way you get the maximum production out of Rhea or Kiki, in my opinion. I think they are kind of pigeonholing themselves with the Rhea and Kiki matchup, because Kiki, in my opinion, needs a little bit more space to work in. And I don't think you really do yourself a service by just putting Rhea on the floor, outside of the defensive end. And I don't think you get I think if you just empower your perimeter defenders to play more aggressive on the ball on one side, and let the other team kind of, if they make a tough shot, just get a hand up, rebound. And then I think offensively, I'm not a fan of the
Yeah, no,
two.
I agree. I like and obviously Kiki flourished at Stanford, because while Brink can play inside, but she can also get out of the way and play outside and let Kiki work in the middle. Also, she was in foul trouble a lot, so she wasn't on the damn court.
Exactly.
But I think the thing with that small guard lineup is it needs TVO to be better, and good
Yeah,
grief.
that's not going to happen. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it's gonna, honestly, y'all, the ride is gonna be Juju and the freshman.
Like, I feel like I would be comfortable with, what's the name, Kennedy playing the 4, like in the Alicia Gray
Oh
role.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, I would really like that. If it was me, I would go, big sister Kiki, Kitty at the 4, Juju at the 3 or 2, and then pick the short black guard and one of the white girls that shoot the 3, and
Yeah,
run with.
Malia, and then go with
Yeah,
Avery.
yeah, and then just
Yeah.
let the
Heckle
guard
come in. Yeah.
let the guards rotate who gonna bring it up and just go from there. Cause my God,
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll revisit though. If they go and they don't handle their business against Ohio State, then yeah.
they should beat them. But here we go.
We'll see. I don't know.
All right. So with um, was this turning of the tide for maybe Iowa, because we know Iowa,
No.
they've had some.
Hell no, they
Okay.
stink.
No,
No.
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 Okay. So they just did it for CC. Gotcha. All right. What are some other games? I know we've had South Carolina versus Auburn. We had, like we mentioned, the USC versus Iowa. There was North Carolina State versus Duke. Any other games that you all saw last week that maybe were
Um,
unexpectedly good?
Westmore is horrid.
this, yeah, I was about to say, can we talk about NC State and Duke, because both coaches were terrible to me. Like, not in a good way. Like, I think Westmore was awful as usual. He kind of just let them go out there and do whatever.
Yeah.
It, it just so happened that Isaiah James got hot when they needed her to get hot,
Hmm.
and they were able to, come away with the win. And then on the other side, Duke played well, I guess, in a sense, and then they just started stinking. Like they were just like awful, and Kara looked like she didn't know what to do. It was just like really bad coaching on both sides to me.
And I feel like help me if I'm wrong, every like big game or game I look at of Duke, Reagan Richardson is in foul trouble.
Yes,
Every
every
game,
single
Did
one of
I
them.
make that up? I'm
every
like,
game.
No, every single one.
what is going on? Like,
So do we think it's a lack of discipline? Do we think that this team, because based off of recent year standards, North Carolina State is, do we think that they're underperforming?
No, just look at their
no,
record.
I think they right. What the thing is, they really be out there playing pickup. It's really like kind of how I be talking about Tennessee coach in a sense. She'd be like, "Oh, it's like I got some black athletes. Just go out there and play basketball. Go, what have you? Just go do it, and it works or it doesn't work. So if if they figure out how to make some shots and do they street basketballer and turn around and go between the legs and lay it up and scream and one, and they'll get it done. But if they don't, they don't, and that's just kind of how it goes. And they got luck. That post player I've been saying all season, she's solid. The black girl, the freshman,
Yeah,
she
she was good
she
for
was
them
good
yesterday.
at the end of the game. She really should be starting, not that big old girl, the Trigger girl. I don't know, but anywho. But yeah, if the sports ball and the street ball works out, it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. Mick Westmore, I don't know if he just stopped coaching or maybe it's just this group. But I don't think he does a good job with them. I just think they can hoop.
Yeah, I don't think they're underperforming. I think our expectations of them are higher because they've had solid seasons or had rosters that were competitive. I think to Lowe's point, that man does not know how to coach the teams that he has, especially the black players that he has. But they're I think 10-1 in their conference, which
Hmm.
I know the ACC is not the best, but that's a pretty dope, like a pretty competitive record. Duke was trending upward, in the conference. And so that's a solid win. I just think I don't necessarily like the way they play or like the way they lose or win. So we're a little bit more critical, in that scenario, in that sense. But I think NC State is still a team where, if they get hot, they can
Mm-hmm.
beat like everybody but four teams probably in the country. So yeah, I will say to the point about Kara or MLK lady, um, the jig is up. I'm tired of it. I don't like. The jig is up. I don't even know. I think she was with the MNBA for a little bit, and she got her name there, and then she's been in the USA system. But she's had talent in the door. I mean, literally, she quit a season until she got the talent she wanted in the door. Hasn't done shit with the talent. Can't coach offense. Her defense fouls. Like, it's not even like traditionally good defense. It's just, we gonna knock the shit out your ass. And if the refs call it, we're fucked. If not, we got a game. Like, they fucking stink.
I
Um,
think I think you know how some coaches can like I could put together a game plan. I know basketball to say, okay, this is what we're gonna run, this is what we're gonna do. So I could put together a game plan.
so
But if
teaspoon.
it gets tight and I gotta coach out of it, I can't do that.
So teaspoon.
Is Teaspoon do that?
Yes.
Cause but Kara, whatever, she don't have bad rotations. Teaspoon be putting anybody in that bitch.
Well, true. But yeah, to your point, I do agree. Yeah. And what play, what player development has taken place?
That's interesting because a lot of coaches. So, do we think that it's a head coach issue or it's similar in the staff? Or, I mean, it all boils down on the head coach. Those are the decisions that
Well, the
run their
man that
program.
left her is doing great with us.
Oh shit, I
That
forgot
is
he let
that is
her.
true.
Yeah.
She was mad too, remember?
She been mad. I just, yeah,
Damn, I forgot he was
there's
there.
I
no
will
reason, in my
say,
opinion, for Duke to not be.
And you know what's funny? I feel like Debbie Antonelli gasses certain shit.
She
and
do.
don't gas
all the
other stuff.
time,
Like she
She
gasses the hell out of Westmore, and I'm like, I
all the time.
understand that he was really good, but as somebody who watches basketball, how can you not see his issues and his continued issues? I still ain't never forgot he sat Diamond in that game. She was fucking hooping.
What's his
Mm-hmm.
little
Then
phrase? All them W's, the who, what, when, where, why, who,
yeah, and
how, what.
then she said something about Carol. She was like, I said in the fifth year she'll have them uh Final Four bound, and that's exactly what they are. And I'm like, how are you watching this? And you're like, I know you're on the broadcast, so you can't be super critical, but I feel like the point is to be honest. And I just feel like she's so honest with certain teams and people, but others she act blind, and I don't understand that with her.
That lady is racist. I will never forget. I will never forget this. I was walking down the hallway in a hotel. I think it was a Marriott in San Antonio. She came around the corner, saw me, and jump scared. Like she literally jumped, like perked up, and I'm like,
Mm.
"What the fuck did I do? I just need to say hey." Like, yeah, like I would never forget that. Baby Antonelli, I know you. I see right through you, baby.
Well,
Not just finna take her.
I'm like, baby, I wouldn't even walk in the same direction. Like, she just came around the corner and just jumped up. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck?
Also, for NC State, I do want to point out that they haven't played their toughest ACC opponents yet. So this month is going to be a very telling month for them because they started with Duke and then they go play Florida State, they play North Carolina, they play Georgia Tech, they play Notre Dame all this month. So this month is going to
That's
be
rough.
a telling month for them in the ACC.
All right. So speaking of upcoming schedules, when we're talking about um big games for this week, here are some of the games that we have. And as you mentioned, there are some programs that have already gone through their gauntlet of a schedule, but some are starting to head towards theirs. So we have TCU at Kansas State, Ohio State at UCLA, UConn at Tennessee, Oklahoma at Ole Miss, Maryland at Oregon, Ohio State at USC, South Carolina at Texas, North Carolina State at Florida State, Cal at Notre Dame, and Tennessee at LSU. Which of those games stand out most to you?
I'm excited about the
just
Tennessee
gonna
and
leave.
UConn one.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee, UConn, Texas, South Carolina, LSU, Tennessee, um,
The USC,
oh,
USC, UCLA games are gonna be.
Ohio State,
Oh yeah.
This shit, Ohio State, USA, Ohio State, UCLA.
Both of them.
They play
Both,
this
yeah,
week. Yeah.
those.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Okay.
interested. I'm interested to see what Ole Miss and Oklahoma do. I'm just interested because I got no goddamn clue.
Child. Jekyll
Um,
and Hyde.
yeah,
So we
I
think
think
do we think Ohio State will run through the
Not
LA
a
this
shot.
weekend?
Not
no,
a chance
No,
in hell.
absolutely not.
no.
Over my dead body.
Not a chance in hell.
Who's most susceptible?
The one that thinks they're South Carolina.
Which one?
Oh, so UCLA?
Who thinks that's South
Shit, I kind of
Carolina?
hate because both teams do.
They
Um,
doing the whole uncommon
the
and
Trojan
stuff, and
horse.
oh,
Just because I don't think they have like, and I think talent wise they should beat them by a lot. But if they go out, people get up for Juju. That's really all I can say. People get up for Juju, and I do think matchup wise, Cody could be an interesting matchup because they could get both of each other in foul trouble.
Yeah. And I don't think Ohio State has an answer for Lauren. And UCLA has learned to play through her.
Yeah,
So shout out to them.
I'm
okay.
interested now. I don't know, like, help me y'all with this. How do you quantify or judge this win or loss for UConn against Tennessee in the grand scheme of their season? Because based on preseason ranking and who they lost to, you couldn't drop them outside of where they basically were. But if they beat Tennessee and somebody else loses to another ranked opponent, they could potentially jump one of those teams. Is that fair?
Where are they now? Where are they now in the rankings?
Ooh.
They're like 5.
Yeah.
Um, if they beat Tennessee, I'd probably keep them where they are, just because at the moment a lot of teams are in their gauntlet of their conference. Like UConn's kind of in that place where LSU was at the beginning of the season, where they weren't moving and other people were jumping over them. Even if, LSU were still winning, you had people like, losing, but still not going below LSU and stuff like that. And so I think UConn's kind of in that place right now where it's like, okay, but like the only way I move them is if they beat South Carolina in South Carolina. That's the only way I'm moving UConn. That's like the only game they have left on their schedule that would move me to be like, yes,
Mm.
perfect.
Okay.
I can see that. I can see that.
Because I feel like
Tennessee, not so
I
much
feel like we're
because other
making a
teams in
lot
the
of
SEC,
the matchup with Tennessee and UConn, but and this is no shade to either, but Tennessee is not, you know, they don't have any major wins um
they don't.
right
They
now.
really don't.
And we've seen good and bad losses for them. And UConn doesn't have any good wins either, in my opinion. So they just got a more talented roster that people respect. So
Because I guess the teams that are also ahead of them and even some under them, because UConn's going to Tennessee. And if UConn wins, they haven't done any more than a team like Texas, a team like LSU,
right.
hell, Oklahoma.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, yeah, you won, but there's some other teams kind of ranked under you that also beat Tennessee too. So
Not y'all saying they running through the Lady Vols. I hope they win. I hope they've learned from their
Close
crunch time
losses. Yeah.
mistakes and they can finally put it together.
Now, I don't, I just,
The way the thing the thing about Tennessee is the winning things in my opinion, you have like little winning habits. Defense, rebounding, smart decisions. And those are all things that in their scheme of playing basketball are just not there. Taking care of the you know what I mean? That's why I'm like they have so
I
many
agree.
close wins because of the way that they're playing basketball all together. So that's why I'm just like you can make any game close because of how you play, but at the same time you don't win because of how you play. It pisses me off because they be right there and then you go back when it's a 2 point game into that press and then you get beat on the backside 3 times in a row and now you're down by 6. You know what? It's just stuff like that.
even like not, like, there's been only one time where I thought they got the right shot in crunch time, and that was the lob one that the
Oh,
girl
and that
just,
was good. That
Yeah.
was
like,
nice.
that was the only good crunch time play. Every
That was
single
nice.
other one was a three by the wrong fucking person. Like, I think the Spearman girl took a corner three in a game. The Puckett girl did that. Like, I just don't get it. Like, everybody's dumb, including the coach at late game. So I don't, that's why I think it could be a blowout because you can't play UConn and be undisciplined. You just can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is facts.
You
They
just
will take
cannot.
advantage
And
of that.
like, UConn's the type of team that if they get their 10-point run and you don't respond quickly, the game is over.
I just don't get Tennessee in the instance of that discipline. And it's like if you're gonna go for it on every fourth down, that's I'm taking this
I
into
like
football
that. I
terms.
like
But
that. You ate. You ate.
if you if you're gonna go for it on every first down, then your team kind of needs to know what to expect. And it's like they don't even know who where the ball's supposed to be at, whose hands it's supposed to be in. So I I don't
Now
get it.
here's where I'm gonna disagree. I don't think because of how they play, they're ever out of a game. So even if UConn is up by 17 at one point, I think Tennessee can always find a way to bring it back because of how they play.
I believe she has
If
the athletes. I
if
just
they
don't think
are
the athletes understand the system.
right, if
Ooh.
they are hitting shots. Now they might not be hitting shots, and hell no, but I think they have the capacity to with how they play. Is what I'm trying to say.
I think that anybody else could coach them and they'd be a top three SEC team. You know what I mean? But I think the talent is there. I just don't think
See, I'm
I
Tennessee
not
agree.
sure.
understand her system.
I think
Now, I will say there, like, this game will be interesting because I feel like Tennessee has some advantages in some places, and then, UConn have their advantages. But I'm not impressed with UConn's defense. So if Tennessee attacks the rim, that could be good for them, but Tennessee gets into that habit of wanting to shoot threes a lot, and that's where it kind of hurts them because even in the LSU game, I felt like they got back in the game from attacking the rim. Like that's how they got back in the game, and then when they got down two, they were like, "Yep, time to shoot threes. Let's go." Um, and then also, I think that Tennessee has a little bit more, I guess, depth than UConn. So that quick pace type of thing could get them a little fatigued, especially like their star players in like Paige and Sarah and stuff like that, because they're going to have to log a lot of minutes. But you know, it'll definitely be interesting because UConn also don't rebound the ball well either. And neither does Tennessee, but they rebounded better than UConn.
But UConn has Sarah motherfucking Strong.
They
And
do.
South Carolina had Joyce Edwards, and that was their motherfucking kryptonite in that matchup. And yeah,
I see
yeah.
that. Yeah.
But I think what helped South Carolina was their defense in
True.
that
This
game.
is true. This
Like
is
when it
true.
was time to lock up, South Carolina locked the fuck up. I don't think UConn can do that.
Okay. So I'm
But also with Tennessee running down that court, I mean, back and forth, you got to worry about fatigueness as well. So I think it'll all come down to the bench, whatever bench is most productive.
Well, Tennessee bench
I
got
think you're gonna come down to coaching, and so yeah.
I'm gonna go down the list of games for the big games for this week, and I want y'all, each of you to tell me who you got. Okay. So
Okay.
TCU at Kansas State.
TCU.
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 Okay. Ohio State at, okay, I'm gonna skip the LA games. UConn at Tennessee.
I'm gonna go
UConn.
with
I'm
UConn.
gonna go with Tennessee.
I'm riding with the GBO.
Balls,
That what they
lolly
say?
balls.
Go Big Orange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old Rocky Top. Woo!
Rocky Top
Nothing.
Tennessee.
I
That's
got
a gospel
Tennessee
song.
figuring it out in one game this week. I don't know which game it's gonna be, but I think they'll get one of them.
Okay.
Who?
Well, I'm
They
going for
play LSU too this week,
Who?
so I think Tennessee.
Oh
Tennessee.
shit.
This a rough
Damn,
week.
somebody hated them. Shit.
My God.
So
So
that
I
that's
think
actually
I think they'll figure it
Shit, I
out in
think
one
it's
of
what they
them.
that's
I'm gonna
need.
actually
give them
the
one.
other one I'm gonna.
They
So
players,
Tennessee at LSU.
At LSU?
Yeah.
LSU.
Yeah.
They gonna get their lick
yeah,
back.
LSU.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Oklahoma at Ole Miss.
I think Tennessee
Oh, go
would
ahead.
beat UConn before they beat LSU.
Okay. Oklahoma at Ole Miss.
At
Ole
who?
Miss.
Ole
Ole
Miss.
Miss.
Ole Miss.
Oh gosh.
I don't know. Yeah, I really don't fucking know. I'm
I
just guessing, y'all. I don't know. Hell,
because
shit.
Ole Miss defense is gonna show up, right? But their offense,
That'd be the fucking issue. But I'm always gonna pick defense in a crucial matchup, so I'm going with Ole Miss.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
I'm
Oklahoma.
gonna go. I'm gonna
During Black
go.
History Month, Craig? Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
so
Ugh.
racist.
Shit, I'm going. It's what's her name? Sarah. What's her name? I like
Sahara.
her.
There
Or
you go.
Sahara. Yeah, I like her.
She beat
She
on and
was
off
she
sometimes.
was hooping this last game though.
She was.
I just like that she just
She
don't
got
do
a
bitch
gap
down.
and
She
a
don't back
and
down.
that tattoo, baby. That's she from the
Yeah,
hood.
she should actually fight.
She used to get down.
The Shea
I'm gonna
Turk.
go with
Oh,
Ole Miss. I'm gonna go with Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Okay, go ahead, Shay. Who your pick? Ole Miss or Oklahoma?
That was tough.
Oh, miss. Fuck.
All right. I got the Shea Snapping Turtles at the
Turles.
at at the Deja Kelly Ducks. Who we got?
Oh,
Oh,
the
Maryland.
snapping
Merlin.
turtles.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't watch Oregon, so I
They
don't know what
squeaked.
the
They
hell
just
they're
lost
like.
by like 30 to Michigan.
Now I did see that.
They started the season
Who did they
well,
beat?
but
They beat
it's
somebody last
been
week.
downhill since.
Maryland needs it because they just lost to Illinois.
Okay, so we got the Terps. All right. South Carolina at Texas.
Dun
Okay.
dun dun dun. Let's
Now
go Gamecocks.
I'm going. Of course, I'm going with South Carolina. Duh. But I do think it could be. I don't. Texas.
What was the last game?
I
By
don't know.
17, right?
Texas hasn't been playing
Yeah,
well
I don't. Yeah,
lately.
I don't
And
know.
so, I mean, they'll probably, want their lick back when they play, when they play South Carolina, but Texas honestly isn't a great 3-point shooting team. So I don't really imagine them getting like hot from three. And I could like I say that and let me knock on wood. But like um I
I got South Carolina,
I
but
think South Carolina, to be honest. I think Texas will come out and punch first. And I think South Carolina will probably have to fight their way back into the game and probably win a close one.
So now this is a
She
question I want to
said
ask.
Texas is gonna get their lick back, so they're gonna lose by 10 and not 17. Sorry.
No, that's a question I want to ask because the conversations around the last game, and it was just an off night for Madison Booker and Texas. So if a similar result is to happen, do we feel that there are some people who will be honest in their dialogue around South Carolina and versus Texas, to honest
No,
enough to change it?
No,
No.
no. Y'all
no.
could beat them by 50 and they're not gonna be honest.
And that's what I think is going to happen. I think that it's going to be more than 17, 20 points, in my
I
opinion.
will say the
Shay
last
Holly,
Texas games haven't
it's
been
not,
good
it's
for
not,
them, to
That,
be honest.
that's what I'm
Like
saying. That's why I'm like, I
they
don't
haven't
know.
and
played well. And
have we seen the ceiling for Rory
yes.
Mm.
I think she added
Level?
her head hitting the top.
Oh man.
Oh, and
Okay,
Aaliyah,
same.
that
I
Aaliyah
agree.
girl has. I don't know if she playing,
Aaliyah Moore.
oh yeah, she's been out
It's
the
just,
last couple
she's,
of games,
yeah.
and yeah,
last few
and
games.
I don't
I'll
think that's
say,
helping.
Vic. This seems like a game that Vic will make sure that she's back for.
If she
How he was
can be, hell,
okay, well, yeah, if she can be, if it's something that she can play through, then they're going to probably make sure that she is back to go through that. Who was the girl who also played with the shot collar before? For him.
Audrey. Audrey or
So
Aubrey.
yeah, yeah. So I will be interested to see if Aaliyah Moore is back. Next game, North Carolina State at the fight in Tanaya Latsons.
Oh, that could be fun.
I'm gonna go with Florida State.
Yeah, give me Latson.
that could be fun. Cause Timpson gonna be in there giving them bigs hell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know what? Let's. I was about to say something, but I don't want Yana. I don't want to do no giveaway and Yana close the purse. Um, guess Tanaya Latson's stat line.
Oh
And
no, I don't. I'm not good at it.
if anyone comes close, I'll speak with our keeper of records, our treasurer, to see what we can do. So go ahead and put in the comments what you think Tanaya Latson's stat line will be against North Carolina State. And do we
Points,
want to
rebounds,
do?
and assists.
Yes, point, rebounds, and assists. You can't go over.
28, 8, and 8. She
Not for
said.
y'all, for fans,
These for
for the
these for
listeners.
the fans.
Oh yeah, but y'all can guide them.
I,
Give them
Okay.
give them give them some proximities. What y'all think that her stat line would be
I
against?
think Craig's in the ballpark. I would say
Her assist
30,
numbers have been going up a lot lately because people have been double teaming
37
her.
and 6.
Ooh,
Ooh, damn. Keeping the cook them.
Yes. And even if she don't cook him, she gonna live at the line. They can't do shit with her.
okay. So you all have some guidance. May you guess correctly. And Cal at Notre Dame.
Notre Dame,
Notre
please.
Dame.
yeah, I think we've seen the most out of Cal. I was excited to see them in conference play, but now it's like, okay, get the shit out my face.
Shout out to two black. Is that the only black woman she faces in the ACC? Oh
Yeah.
no, Mox. She got
Yeah.
Mox too.
Okay,
So
Virginia.
Virginia, Notre Dame, and Cal. Are those the only? Wow. Okay, so rooting for the black women, Black History Month yeah, that's amazing. All right, and so I want to go back to the comments to the Vandy and Ole Miss game. Ole Miss were able to uh grab a ranked win against Vanderbilt. So congrats to them. I think this is their first ranked win in a couple seasons. And so there were some comments during the end of the broadcast representing that Coach Yo, who, as she mentioned, called a timeout to basically prevent a turnover. Because no matter what the score is, you're always going. We always hear coaches say that they're always going to coach their teams, no matter what the score is. So yes, no one wants to take a turnover. So she said she called a turnover. I mean, called a timeout because she wanted to prevent a turnover from taking place. Well, the announcer basically called her an acquired taste, certain things that you probably shouldn't say on a broadcast. What if we feel about those comments? We do know that Coach Yo came and voiced her displeasure on the timeline, and she's always going to keep it 100 as she always does. What do we feel about those comments made by the
I
announcer?
feel like here's my thing. The acquired saying she was an acquired taste is one thing, but he said like bombastic arm waving or arms up and down like he fucking dragged it. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's going to
That
hell.
man called her a monkey. That's what the
Yeah,
fuck he
Yeah,
did.
he
he called her a
basically called
nigger.
her black. Yeah, yeah, a nigger.
He
Yep,
did. He
exactly.
did.
But my thing is that let that be a white fucking coach calling a timeout with a 15-point lead. We wouldn't hear a damn squat.
Not a thing.
But the fact that she's animated and got her team's attention is yeah. So
And
Saying that in a conference with Kim Mulkey is fucking
like we
crazy.
watched her hit some shit out somebody's hand and everybody thought it was funny.
well,
Yeah.
they pick and choose.
We watched UConn throw a damn pen and a water bottle halfway across the motherfucking floor on national
Right.
TV, and they was applying for that shit.
So fiery. Yeah.
Shit, fucking our head coach standing over there with that half cut. The fuck she got going on? She was over there in that suit yelling at the ref.
It,
I ain't see. She wasn't a quiet taste.
yeah, it's a like the dog, and the crazy part is that in the climate that we live in, socially and politically, those comments are definitely going to be more common. Like when you don't have to hide your racism anymore, baby, that shit just gonna start creeping out, and you're not even gonna be able to control it.
Yep.
And talking everything but basketball. That's what was killing me. The whole damn game, he talking everything but the damn your main
Just the
game.
fuck, are you a theater teacher or something? Like the fuck you looking at how the way her arms are choreographed? I need to start
No,
telling my
for real,
kids they
body
got some
language, this,
bombastic
that.
ass
I'm
arms.
like,
Tighten
damn,
that
go
shit
ahead.
up.
So Ty just said, and this I definitely we always hear this. He said typically analysts say this is a teaching moment timeout for her team, so they learn to handle
Yep.
these situations. That's easy. And he said basically that was a nasty comment. True,
Agreed.
because I hear Carolyn Pett mention it. I hear whoever that man is that's always at Tamika mention it. Debbie Antonelli and her W's. They always reference a teachable moment. But when it came to Coach Yo, it was like, oh,
But
she's an acquired
shit,
taste. She's
Don did that. Like we was beating, what was that? Iowa State by like 35, and she was on the motherfucking sideline, hot as
Coaching her
pussy.
ass off. Yes.
Like
And exactly, and that's Don. So imagine Coach Yo. Coach Yo don't even. I mean, they have problems closing out games and things of
Literally,
that sort.
like
So if I feel like I need to take the time out and address some things before we get to the tournament, before we get in heated moments and pressure moments, like you know, then that's what the fuck I'm gonna do.
are you out there welding, Craig?
he is.
Man, y'all
I
know I'm
appreciate
pushing
it.
planes.
Okay. And so yes, analysts, please just do better. Do better, please.
No, I don't want. I don't.
Um
I don't want to do better. I want them to keep exposing themselves so I can cuss their ass out. It's. I mean, I don't even want you to hide that shit. Don't do better. Be who you are. Be you for
be
you.
who you
oh
are.
brother.
And be who you are. It's crazy. Like and Lord. I mean, shit. That's so nasty.
It was nasty. Like what and like Craig said, like Ole Miss be struggling closing out games. Ole Miss be struggling in general. She need to call a timeout so they won't do it the next time that lady need to call a timeout. Like, are you mad because you didn't think they was gonna walk in there and beat them by that much? Is that your issue where you up by 25? That's not the fucking point. You coaching for the next game, the next game, the next game. When other teams be blowing motherfuckers out and they call it timeouts and mad and you not doing this right because I'm coaching for the next game. You know that if you've been around basketball. What you talking about? Stupid.
Yeah, it's.
Amen.
I had a conversation, and Lord, I just it brings me to this about like the way that we as a community, especially the community of black people, police our own morals to appease white notions of behavior, professionalism. Like if somebody disrespects you, well, you only need to respond this way. Take the high road. Like don't call it, like do all these things. But the thing is that those things change when white people feel they need to change in order to make us follow rules that they create. And in the basketball space, like we see so many coaches coaching in ways that protect them and their players from white people like that man. That no matter what I do, I'm gonna be criticized. So I'm gonna do everything the way they tell me to do it. And even still, I'm gonna be criticized. And personally, for me, in this system and how we're living right now, I want us to hopefully be able to move away from that and just who the fuck we are. Because as you can see, you can do how Don does, you can do how Yo does, and you can, I mean hell, I mean you can be as bad as Sadia, and you're still going to get criticized on all three levels of the spectrum. We've seen all three of those coaches face adversity as black women for the ways that they interact. One is doing it exactly how white people want it. One is trying to toe the line, and the other one says, "I don't give a damn. I'm a cuss" in the press conference, and you still get dragged by white folks.
I don't
Y'all
give a
remember?
damn.
Y'all remember when
I'm
she flipped them
doing
off
it.
That's what I'm talking
and
about.
everything?
All the, when she said F in the press conference, and they was just shook to their core. Why did you say the F word?
But she should have been like, "Fuck you too."
And even,
All
I
right,
mean,
well,
even in the like, this isn't college, but look at even in Unrivaled, like, no, that people treat Nola like she got the worst team when, um, and Teaspoon, and when I look at what's Stewie team, they stink, and we not getting the same conversation about that coach. Ain't nobody asking for their job, but because we as black coaches are looked at as DEI hires, that you can't stay. We're gonna Uber criticize you, and we're gonna look at the man that's coaching Stu and them, and he stinks too.
yeah.
Is
Let
that
me.
my man?
Maybe
No,
I don't. Who your
is
man?
it?
No,
Phil Handy? Is that the Stewie
yeah,
coach?
They
Oh,
uh-huh.
he
stink.
is.
Oh,
Oh,
shit. Well,
oh yeah, because he does have Rakia. Yeah, you're right.
They don't want the last two games.
Yeah, so they're on a 2 game winning streak, so
Phantom
maybe the
kind now
tide
the
is turning.
Phantom now
Who
the
who the
Phantom
coach for the
kind.
Phantom? Because they stink
A
three.
white man.
See, three stinkers. And like again, you criticizing Yo for calling timeout, but ain't nobody saying shit about Westmore and his stinky ass.
Stinks. That's what frustrates me so much. Westmore be out there doing bullshit. And nobody says anything. That's why it bothers me
Or
so
Kelly Graves,
bad.
and that man didn't let himself go. Sabrina left, and he just went out of
I
control.
wish you would stop.
That man just looks like he's ready to retire. He done aged. He done look like he done got 15 years older in 6 years. He was coaching clinics with no title in 2021, and now he on his way out the door.
Proximity. Well, those were some amazing games that are on the docket for the college games. There are even more games coming up, so make sure that you do support and watch your favorite teams. Remember, watching the sport that you love is not hate watch, even if it's a team that you don't like. Just thought I would put that out there. Going on to some exciting news, the day that a lot of us have been waiting for ever since it was announced last May. Of course, she has a shoe. Of course, it is well. Of course, we can now see what that looked like, and we're getting closer and closer to being able to have that retail experience and copying the A1s. So, this morning at 9 a.m. sharp, what was your reaction when you saw Asia Wilson drop the picture of her debut signature shoe?
I'll save my reactions for last.
Bad bitch, you in first place. That's what I thought. Them some badass shoes, and that's a badass bitch.
I
And that's what we
screamed.
said.
They were so pink. They're so pretty. I love it. And the rollout, I was supposed to wash my hair this morning at like 8 a.m. and then she like dropped the shoes and I didn't get to wash my hair until like 12 p.m. because I was like retweeting and
Everything.
quote tweeting, writing dissertation. Like I was just sending it to everybody. I'm so happy for her. The rollout was amazing. The rollout was black as fuck, which I loved. Down to the grill, the little pink stripe in the hair, all that. I was like, this is it. I loved it. Love every minute of it. And I love all the love that she's getting from the release. And yeah, it's just been amazing to watch.
Yeah, she's that girl. I mean, 10 out of 10, no notes. Um, Everything is perfect. She's just so intentional. She deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Like everything is just perfect. I said this earlier, but I just feel like I appreciate how all of her big milestones she's made. She's done, kind of in the 803. Like
Mm-hmm.
last year, she brought her team back, announced a shoe in the 803. This year, she gets her jersey retired. She debuts her new man in the 803, and then the next day we get this drop in the 803. We get this interview in the 803. We get these pictures out the 803. We get Issa Rae in the 803. So I love that she's just very intentional about, you could have been anywhere doing this stuff, and it
Oh
would have been
wait,
fine.
ain't
What?
that a Jay Z? You could have been anywhere.
Anywhere in the world, but you're here
Here
with
with
me.
me.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So I
I
just
like the word intentional. I
yeah,
do. I do.
she just and I like the fact that she made them take their goddamn time and don't rush no shit with me. You take your time, you gonna do this how I want it, and my vision is gonna come to life. You're not just gonna give me some shit that is just kind of like, okay, well, here's a shoe. We kind of made it up already, but we could just slap your logo on it and go from there. And no, she just everything was on her time, and it took a while, but I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love how the rollout was uniquely her. Like other than Ant, other than Ant, like a lot of the sneaker rollouts are just like, oh, here's a shoe that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is a signature moment for her, and I'm glad that it worked out and that people were able to see the shoe and embrace the culture in the same breath. Yeah, man. I don't know. I think her and Ant have had the best sneaker rollouts I've seen in like the last 10 years at least.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was the story that was told for me. Putting on the shoe and having, some juice behind it. Having somebody, tell their story behind it. It kind of made me even get my damn car ready right now type shit.
Yeah.
Also, the one leg sleeve. So many people, so many athletes I've known that like cut one side of they tight to their sleeve. To make that one leg sleeve. Now they don't have to no more. So thought that was
Wait,
dope.
so the sleeves never came like that? They were
No,
always
you cut
full
No,
cut?
them.
no, you
You
gotta
No,
gotta
cut
you
cut
them.
it,
cutting
B.
them. Yeah, yeah.
Them is leggings that people cut. What the hell, B?
I just thought they always was same to me.
No, them is leggings that you cut one leg off. Oh hell.
Gotcha. Oh
Yeah,
yes,
like
Asia, the
everything
trendsetter
about
that you are.
Are you ready for me?
Wait,
Yes.
hold on. I
Well,
also want to talk about the intentionality of her merch
hoodie.
too. Like the satin
Mm-hmm.
hoodie, amazing, wonderful. Love that. Obviously, she was thinking about the black girlies when she did it, and I'm gonna be copying each color. But like, I love the intentionality behind everything that she put out and everything that she did. She, like, you can tell she really took her time and made sure that everything was done the way she wanted it to be done. And like, I'm just really, really happy for her. Now you can go to Lord's.
Wait, is the hoodie cropped? Because if so, I need to work on my little Happy Trail V combo.
Oh. Yes,
Is it
it is.
cropped?
It is cropped.
Okay,
Is
yeah.
it
Let me
like
get that.
crop
Let me start
crop
doing
or
my sit
like
ups.
It's not fully cropped, it's cut.
okay.
Yeah.
So it's just not. It's without the band,
It ain't
like the
under your
band at the
nipples.
bottom.
So it like if you get a certain size, it can literally stop at your waistline or right above it. It's not like titty crop. Like it's not belly button crop.
Yeah, it's like navel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's below navel. Okay. Still got to work on that V. That V.
Yes, you do. Because when you put the leggings on, we need to see the thong above the leggings, all of that. But no shade, no tea.
Got you. Got you. Photo shoot coming soon.
Go ahead, Dolores.
My fault.
A one of one. A number one. A only one. A bad bitch. A 803. A legend. A statue. A superstar. A jersey in the rafters. A from the state of South Carolina. A stayed home and got it out the mud in South Carolina. A black woman. A icon, a legend, a only 28, a bad bitch, a did it the hard way, a two-time Olympic gold medalist, a three-time MVP, a two-time champion, a WNBA Rookie of the Year, a collegiate national champion, a champion at every level, a MVP at every level, a bad-ass bitch. Okay? The gag is with this woman is that for the last 11 years, we've got to see a awkward, lanky black girl go from self-conscious, dyslexic, unsure about herself, being forced to read in front of her team, watching her cry on national TV, losing in the Final Four as a rookie, to winning a national champion and accomplishing every single goal that she has set for herself at every level. We've got to see people doubt her ability. We've got to see people like people say that she would never be. We've got to see people say that she, would always be second. She would never win a title in the WNBA, to now being the blueprint, the baddest bitch. And I cannot not address the fact that Asia's signature shoe is the most iconic signature shoe for a black woman in 20 something years. Like, full stop. And the way that Asia has watched, her coworkers, her colleagues get these opportunities, announce their opportunities, and know that she has done two, three times, four times, five times the amount of work that they've done, but to stay patient and to trust her process and to trust that the culture would have her. And for me, the thing that stood out at 9 o'clock this morning was that the culture had her. And people want to quantify impact by likes, retweets, Instagram followers, but this weekend I got to witness an Asia Wilson that goes beyond TikTok, that goes beyond how many people see a white girl on TV. Asia is reflective of a generation, is reflective of blackness, is reflective of community, is reflective of love and family in such a way. And she's a trendsetter. Like, who was fucking with a leg sleeve before she put one on? Who was giving us it's okay to be comfy and cute with style walking into an arena? Who made white motherfucking t-shirts popular again? Like, who? Okay? Who put an apostrophe behind their name and now everybody and they motherfucking mama got an A no matter where she goes with an apostrophe? Who can put an A with a star and a one in it and make that shit look good on some clothes? Who can reflect their grandmother's life and legacy in every single major accomplishment? Who can have a statue in the middle of motherfucking Columbia, South Carolina as a black woman of regular smuggler degular black hooper? Asia is a one of motherfucking one, and today I got to see the world appreciate and celebrate her for her. And I got to see her reflect the community back to them. To Yana's point, the intentionality of the clothing, the silk lining, like that's so Asia. Like the cut of it is so Asia. But then the intentionality to think about it. The line is made for little black girls. She made a book called Dear Black Girls. And so you're not just writing about it. You're not just doing Players Tribune articles about it. You're living it. Like, you're living it. So even in your line, you're reflecting back onto the things that you believe are important to you. And so to me, like, it doesn't matter what Asia does from now on, but I can confidently say that I know, love, and support and appreciate Asia for everything she does outside of what she does on the court, and that can never be taken away from her. Her jersey will always be in the rafters at Colonial Life. Her shoe will all, and baby, it's gonna sell. It's gonna sell because it's cute as fuck, and it's hers. Clock it, okay? So it's a one of one day, bitch. Don't ever get it twisted. Tell your aunties, tell your uncles, tell your cousins, we're getting the shoe. We're getting the shoe. Bad bitches are
And
here.
it's affordable.
Yes, and for the girlies that got the nerve to get on this app and try to be funny and shady and nasty about it, you can scrape your pennies together and lick a few ass cracks, and maybe you'll be able to pay $110 for it as well. Broke bitch in a tin roof.
So give me. Let's go to style class right quick. Want to have a little fun. Give me y'all's A1 outfits.
Oh baby, I'm
Well,
about to put some
me,
shit together.
I'm wearing all her shit on at once. What you mean? Adrian made the outfit. I'm gonna wear the one leg sleeve, the pants, the hoodie.
Well, I'm gonna give me that pink wig that Ray So Wavy had on because Jazz gonna make me get me right. So the pink Ray So Wavy wig and my A1s, the match, the gradient pink. That's what I'm gonna
I
wear.
got 3 outfits.
Oh, and one is a thong in the leggings.
Yes, I got for my deviant for when we go to the deviant party in Atlanta. Me and Lego, I mean me and Logo.
You and Lo are not.
Me and Logo on. I'm getting
Sorry.
I'm getting me a pink thong, like deep pink, and it's gonna sit up on the top of my love handles and curve down. You know how I do that little nice little shaping of the V cut. So that's what I'm gonna wear. Then I'm gonna put my pink leg sleeve on top of that. Then on top of that, I'm gonna put the pink silk nightgown pants on over the shorts on over that. Then I'm gonna get me a mesh, a nice pink mesh top that's only gonna go over my chest, my pecs, and it's gonna go down my arms. And I'm gonna wear it with the pink aura shoe, and then I'm gonna dye my hair pink, and then I'm gonna
Oh
put a
Lord.
and then that's my pink fit for the deviant party. Okay,
Wait, we still on just the
that's for
deviant.
deviant. Okay, that's for deviant. Then for the studio I teach at, our colors are black, pink, and white. So when we go to competition, me and the studio staff are all wearing our pink aura shoes with the MJDA jumpsuit set. And mine says MJDA company director, Michael. Clock it. Then once I leave there to go to the club, I'm putting the pink aura shoes on again because that's my third pair.
Is this the third fit or is
Yes,
this like this
that's
still
my
the
third
second
pair.
one and we still in the second? Okay, okay.
That's my third pair, all pink. Then I'm gonna put the pink orange shoes on with me some skin. I mean, when I say skinny, skinny, I mean flesh skinny. With my skinny black pants, skinny jeans, with a nice black Nike sock underneath because we need the line to be straight. Then I'm gonna throw on me a filthy graphic tee. This won't be A. This gonna be something from Urban because you know Urban always got some cute graphic tees. Then I'm gonna throw my clear sunglasses on. Y'all know the ones I wear. Then I'm gonna put me a nice little white New York Yankees hat on, and then I'm gonna throw me a nice little jean jacket over the top to soften it up a little bit.
I felt like you was giving Sierra a little
Yes,
help.
you
You
see it. You see
when
it.
you said yesterday you had fits in mind, you really
Oh
thought
baby,
it
and
through
I'm gonna have three
head
fits
and
for every
toe.
shoe. I'm not playing with the girls. And when I go to the airport, I'ma get my black Nike track suit and throw my A1s on as well.
I'm weak. Yeah, I just got the pink wig, a white t-shirt, some essential shorts, some crisp white
Pink
socks,
wig,
my
thick ass,
A1.
give them lip lash.
Bingo.
I think the pig wig is a great
Yeah,
start
I
though.
think like it's gonna be
Like
great. Yeah, like
I
I'm gonna
think the
wear the
pink
pink wig.
long, the pink thong and jock strap is where we all need to start. I don't know. That's it.
I
I
think somebody got a pink two belt.
Oh,
Shit, me, two belt, and I'm wearing my leg in the church. Amen. Hallelujah. How y'all
He
doing?
said every praise up in there.
I would pay to see that. Oh my god. You gotta put like a little blazer on or something with it.
Exactly. I'm gonna put my Brenda blazer on at the top, the cream joint, and then the white leg. I need the sleeve in different colors.
We need a Pride A1.
Oh, y'all, like
See, I'm gonna have to
imagine
get a
it's
little
like you about
train.
to, you know what I mean? Oh, never mind. This is a public space. Never mind. But you got the leg sleeve on. You walk in there, put that leg up on the table, bitch.
Y'all are out of control.
Y'all, we need some Pride A1s because I could put a filthy fit together with that
Them
ombre.
bright ass pink shoes, that's enough. Just
No,
put that
baby,
on
I
with some
need the
rainbow
full
shit.
Roy G. Biv.
Oh hell no, Dolores. That is gaudy. Fuck
I
no.
need the full Roy G. Biv. And then I forgot to give y'all the nails. Baby, I'm about to get the girls a real nice Valentine pink ombre on the hands, ladies. Okay? From the root to the toot. I'm not playing with the
Um,
girls.
like I just think, let's just say there's some amazing things on the way. Like Asia said, more colorways are on the way, more apparel, more surprises.
And for the studs
Um,
that say they can't wear pink, you bitches can't dress, is what you're telling me. You
Y'all
have
better
no
get you.
style.
Y'all
Your
better get y'all a
masculinity is fragile.
get
It's
y'all a
all right.
pink
I'm gonna
wig
teach him.
too.
I got the.
Also, can we as a society all go back to reading, y'all? Like, I just feel like we're at a place where you can't rely on everybody to feed you information. So read, because every question that came on this timeline was addressed in the release.
hmm
And it's like, you motherfuckers just didn't read the shit. So let's just go back to reading. Reading it's great. Honestly, it helps you learn some words too. So that your vocabulary ain't, rudimentary. But like, yeah, let's go
Oh,
back to
now
reading.
how you gonna tell them to build their vocabulary and they gonna say rudiment?
Like, I'm just saying, like, I just seen so many questions like, well,
They
I
don't
don't
even know
like
what that
pink.
means.
There's literally going to be like 4 different colorways. This is just the first drop. That's it. She just had to show the shoe off. There's going to be 4 different colors. Is there any fits with it? What's the shoe sizes? Am my kids gonna be able, the shit was all in the damn releases. Like, come on, y'all. We better than that. We are better than that as people. We can read.
Well, I can. I don't know about them.
Well, I hope we can read shit.
We may I'll just say, everyone just be on the lookout. We are 3 months away from its release. So yeah, exciting times. And I
Get your
know,
coins
yeah,
together.
get your coins together. If you save $20 every other week for the next few months, you will be able to afford the shoe and okay. You will be able to afford the shoe. So
Well, if they save $20 every other week, that will require at least 6 weeks, so 12 weeks total.
hmm
And that's about 3 months. So yes, you'll be able to afford the shoe.
You'll have them by Christmas. By the time your income tax get filed.
Oh yes, when you get your income tax returns, just go ahead and set a little bit aside. Go and get some for go and sponsor a team. Go and get some for your nephew, your niece. Every pink is a multi-gender color.
Wait, y'all.
Everybody can wear it. Go ahead.
How I tone a pink wig to match my skin tone?
It
You
doesn't
better go
look
on
good.
No,
TikTok.
no, Jazz.
You better
Pull,
go watch.
I'm gonna send. I'm Jazz.
You better go watch them Queen
Uh,
Leora videos on TikTok and get
Jazz
and
got
get
me.
right.
Jazz.
ain't you supposed to
Girl.
put
I'm
some
Jazz gonna
peroxide
make
on
it.
it?
Jazz gonna make it. I'm going to the people to put it on. I can't do that.
Oh, you going Oh, it's not
So
supposed to be a
if
slip-on
you
one.
feel like you can't wear pink, throw that camo on. Throw some camo little jogger
Yeah,
pants
baby.
on,
Camo is a
Right,
black.
camo go with
Camo is a
everything.
neutral.
No, I'm not saying. I'm talking about the
Not you,
hair.
Lo.
Oh,
Well, this
not
for the
camo
other
hair.
girls that need style.
I was about to say I
Yeah,
don't have no
pink definitely
problem.
go with some camo.
Pink also goes really well with the cream, girlies. Pink and cream, pink and cream, pink and
Yeah,
cream.
I'll
And
put on the
for
most outrageous
and
color that you don't
and
think of.
camo allows you to also do a little pink and green without the girls in pink and green yelling at you. So You can throw some
I need
camo on too.
Cameron to get a pair.
I
Brown,
mean, if you want to
Brown go.
wear, if you want to wear a little Kelly Green with it, you can wear some Kelly Green. Just don't throw up no signs or
Yeah, I got
add
some
some
pink.
Tory
I
What
got
pearls
y'all
some.
to
gonna
it.
do? Jump me?
I'll whoop
God,
your ass
Leno,
myself.
go.
I do. I got some pink and green New Balance that I'm always like, ooh.
Brown goes well. Myra would beat your ass for that,
And
Losa.
she do.
Please.
She do. I don't play that shit around her.
Brown goes well with pink too.
Everything
Mm.
go with pink if you that girl and can make it
Well,
rain.
Period.
like it, and that's
Well,
gender neutral.
boop.
Mm-hmm.
Lo, your
If
mama
there's a
asked was they gonna be in red?
somebody out there who want to get a pair for their kid and can't afford them, black kid, hit me up for real. I will buy a pair of shoes for a black child that wants them.
Contact the committee.
100% black
I was
kid, not
about
no
to
Love
say
and
y'all
First
know.
Virginia.
I was about to say y'all know Tin Roof.
Yeah. No,
Oh yikes!
not no Love and First Virginia.
Because that's about to be ended in about 2 months.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Please.
So yeah, congratulations to you, Asia. We are so excited for you. Can't wait to see like
Oh
that.
wait. In real life, bitch.
Yes, in real life. Like
Bitches is mad.
Dolores had on that black suit.
Oh baby.
Snap.
In real life, bitch.
Dolores, do you think the people gonna gag Dolores?
Wait till they see the other pictures
No, about
about.
let's just say just everybody just be prepared. Like I feel
For
like
Oh,
what?
they're
Uh-uh.
they're gonna gag me.
every
About
Put it
what?
in the chat.
Absolutely not. You'll gag.
yeah, y'all gonna just gag. Like we're just excited. But so yeah, so get your tickets for the first game of the season in New York. Um, that'll be the official WNBA on court debut of the A1s. Aces. You should be wearing them in their preseason games as well, more than likely. But it's going to be so exciting. Chelsea's already said that they're looking forward to spoiling New York's ring night. And then if Asia walks up in there in her
Not that
shoes.
roster.
But I think that's a perfect segue because now we're gonna go to WNBA free agency. So much has happened over the past week. Um, there are a lot of new faces. There are a lot of familiar faces in new places. Some by force, some by choice. Um, we have seen the likes of DeWanna Bonner and Sydney Colson and Natasha Howard signing with the Indiana Fever. Everybody for the majority left the Connecticut Sun, at least the whole starting lineup. We see Satu signed with Phoenix. Connecticut Sun have now gained Natasha Cloud, Diamond the Shields, and that's all I can remember from now. Um, Monique Billings officially inked her deal, guaranteed deal, so she has a protected coin. I know that must be an amazing feeling for her after being on unprotected deals in the past and or hardship and training contract deals. So congratulations to her and the Valkyries. Kelsey Mitchell stayed with the Fever. Who else am I missing? The trade is official between Jewel Lloyd and Kelsey Plum and whoever else Seattle got. Connecticut
Getting
is
it.
helping everybody basically except New York. Their management.
Atlanta.
Oh yes. Atlanta has BG, Shatori Walker Kimbrough, and Bree
Bree
Jones.
Jones.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're definitely making splashes there. There have also unfortunately been some waivers across the past week. Let's see, Rebecca Allen said nope, not going there back there. So she's been traded twice. She's been traded from Phoenix to Connecticut, and then from Connecticut
Chicago.
to Chicago. Lindsay Allen then was traded to Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Sluty, Vandersloot, she said she still got some juice left in the tank. She wants to go to a team that can believe her or believe in her and that she feels like she can contribute to the success and she wants the ball in her hand. So she's going to go back to where it all started. We know that Courtney Vandersloot was a gem drafted by the iconic Pokey Chapman and cultivated her talents there. And she also helped lead them to a 2021 WNBA championship because she was very pivotal in carving the Phoenix Mercury up. Oh, Sophie Cunningham also traded to Indiana Fever. So the Indiana Fever are retooled. Dejanay and Nelissa and Ty are now in Dallas. And yeah, woo, that was a lot. And I think I got it all. I did it all off the dome. If there's anyone else that I missed, feel free to talk about it. But who do we think?
Kia
So,
Nurse and Rebecca Allen in Chicago.
oh yeah, Kia Nurse in Chicago as well, along with Rebecca Allen and Snooty. So they are a more
I just fell
experienced
asleep. Ooh,
team.
wake me up. Who was in Chicago? It's like, nah.
Yeah, they're much more experienced team. Do we think that who has moved the needle the most when it comes to free agency, and who has I guess catapulted themselves from the bottom of the pack or from out of the playoffs to a contender, or from the bottom of the pack to like the top of the pack?
So I think who moved themselves the most is Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
The
Okay.
most. Like, am I saying that makes them championship contenders? No, but I'm just saying on the sliding scale of the most, right? So Indiana makes the playoffs, they slide up, yes, sure. Phoenix, I don't know. But the biggest difference is Atlanta, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Honest.
Yeah, I agree with Lo. I can't think of in my brain a front court that can guard BG and Bree. Like if the BG shows up, I'm sorry. And then when Ryan and Leash going, like, yeah,
Yeah. And oh
I don't
yeah,
know.
speaking of Phoenix, so yeah, Phoenix also traded away. So they inked Celeste Hill and they brought back Natasha Mack. They traded away the rights to Kiki to Dallas. Dallas traded Jalen Brown, which was like a late addition to the trade that we all found out. They traded Jalen Brown also
Uh-huh.
to Indiana. I can't remember if Sevgi was traded or she was waived.
No, she was
She
traded
was
because I remember
traded. She
I kept
traded to
running.
Phoenix.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
Sevgi's traded to Phoenix. Oh, the Mystics also decided to join the party. I forgot who it was, but they also joined the party.
Don't
They
don't
gave Emily Inkster a training camp contract,
training
and I
camp.
think that's kind of effed up.
Mind
Yeah,
you,
I
she
agree.
damn near a starter
Yeah,
on this fucking roster.
yeah,
Like
like
who is even on this roster for her to not have a full contract?
right,
Yeah.
like that's weird to me. Because and didn't she do really well for them? Was that last season?
Yeah, she was really good. Like
Yeah,
we was like, yeah, the Mystics need to bring her back.
yeah. Like what the hell? I think Dallas has become like the it girl spot or like the coolest team overnight, low key.
Hmm.
Coolest
Dallas's whole culture has seemed to change,
shift quick.
like very much
Very.
so. Like they
It went
could,
from whites only to we got some swag.
they
We
got
got some
swag, they
girl.
got style. They're gonna really bring the whole like. That's a team that has multiple popular faces.
Yeah,
We
they're
know
gonna bring the
that
hoes
DJ.
out.
Mhm.
Yeah, Dejanay's status has risen over the past year. Um, Enrique is Enrique. Nalissa, of course, and Dejanay together. Ty herself, and then everything else that they have there. And then, of course, if they do in
Paige.
fact keep number one and they
Yeah.
draft Page, like that is a team that is setting themselves up for success, especially
I
this
would
final year
like
into Arlington
I
before they
don't
head back into
like
the
it.
city.
I do. I see the vision.
considering what they like with so many people wanting out. Kurt did a hell of a
He
job
did.
with this unit, and he did all this without having to get rid of the number one pick. Like that to me was probably the most impressive from Dallas because I know a lot of people probably asked about that number one pick, but he still found a way
Keep
to
it.
get what he need and fill a lot of needs. So I'm interested to see how it all works out, but
They need a
Kurt did a hell of a job this
they need
offseason.
a shooter, like a knockdown shooter.
Boo, tomato, tomato,
They need a
tomato.
knockdown
If
shooter.
if and only if this group can stay together for years,
They
then I
won't.
can see. I mean, the
Exactly.
Why
Connecticut.
don't you
Boo,
think that?
tomato,
Wait.
tomato.
Why don't you think they'll stay together
Why don't I think they will? Because new contracts. I like honestly everybody and their mama gonna be free agents next
next
year.
year?
And
Yeah.
I just especially with Unrivaled going on, if Unrivaled is still a thing by next year, no
Oh
shade to
wow.
them, just saying. But Like the way all the girls, you can tell a lot of them have been communicating at Unrivaled as well. They've been using that as a free agency buffer too. So if a lot of people are free agents next year, I can definitely see a lot of people being like, "Hey, let's go all team up here. Hey, you want to go team up here? Hey, you want to go here?" Like it's
So,
just
so you mean
so
that's not
many
a
free agents.
Dallas problem? That's just in the
No, just
WNBA. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, the WNBA going, everybody thinks the movements this year have been crazy, and that's just because of trades. Next year, a lot of people just gonna be free agents. Ain't even gonna be trades. It's just gonna be, I'm gonna go where I wanna go.
Yeah. Okay, I get it. Um, I think Dallas needs a shooter. I don't know who I have because if they could get Big T recommitted, I think she'll do fine. I think Nalissa isn't bad. I just think she has to lock into her role because I feel like she was doing fine last year. I feel like I'm like Maisha Hines Allen, her grittiness. I do like Paige, Paige would be her, whatever. And if she's not, then Ty be the backup point guard. And I feel like she did really well. Dejanay is that defender, a slasher, but I'm just worried about like a shooter. Like I feel like they don't have any like shooters, and that would be my question mark.
Dallas still because they moved. They got a pick and they moved it again, right?
They have the 12th pick in the first round. They could probably get one from the draft. Like, if you can
Yeah,
get
well,
like maybe a Pow Pow. I don't know. I think Pow Pow's playing her way up the draft board, but if she's available at 12, maybe get her.
but I would want like a rookie, sure, but I want somebody that I need
Proven.
them. Yeah, 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 yeah. But I think it'll be cute.
My
Golden
my
State basically are at the point to where Golden State and the Mystics are probably, and maybe Seattle. Oh, Sammy Wickham. Sammy Wickham also went to Phoenix
Phoenix, yeah.
with Kalani Brown as well. So the Storm, the Valkyries, the Mystics, and the Aces are probably going to have the pickings from everything else. Like the Aces, their starting lineup is probably solidified. Well, their
I
starting
hope not.
lineup,
Shit,
well,
a
their
starting four
starting
maybe.
lineup with a potential of their with a five. So they have four of their starters probably solidified. The Storm, well, yeah, they need some too. So it's going to be a little
Y'all
bit
They
of
niggas
need
both
a
don't be
because
shooter.
playing.
what were you about to say, Dolores?
I I genuinely a lot of shit has happened in this free agency, but a lot of shit has not happened in this free agency. Like outside of Atlanta giving themselves more talent and then what they can do with that talent and maybe Indiana, I think everybody else is just where they were. Like Dallas is Connecticut Southwest. Phoenix is Connecticut West. Vegas is still the same fucking Vegas. New York is the same New York, minus Luke. Um, Seattle probably is worse. The Sparks are regular. Like nobody's. I don't like. I think just a lot of nonsense is going on. Like none of it actually makes sense or is sticking. I get what everyone's saying about like Dallas doing more, but like to me, all those people leaving says a lot, and to not get equal or better out of them leaving is an issue. And that's not Kurt's fault. Like he just got there, so he did make something work. But to give up Natasha Howard, Satu, and anybody else that left, like, and not even get Odyssey back, I don't think they've matched that talent, and I don't think Paige is gonna be the star to like ease the burden of that talent being gone.
I think that's why they went to get Ty.
True.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. We talked about Odyssey Sims. She has agreed to a deal with the LA Sparks. So
And they got they just got so many. Like it's just the same everywhere. Like it, there's the diversity of the rosters to me isn't there in the W right now. Like I kind of just want everybody to be cleared, Ram cleared, and just like make new rosters that make fucking sense. Because none of this makes sense to me.
Who do you see as your? Do you see Kelsey and Odyssey both starting together?
I think
Not
they
with the eyes
could.
that I have in my head. I won't.
Like that doesn't make sense. I can't
I don't
believe
think
that.
it works, but I think
How does
position
that?
wise,
I think it
Odyssey
needs
Sims is
to.
the point
Eric
guard.
McDonald,
It needs to
Airy
though.
not gonna start
I
I
saw
don't
No.
think
Odyssey.
so.
I saw
I
Odyssey over
actually,
Airy.
Why would wait? Why would
I don't
Odyssey
think
and KP
Aries
not
signed
start?
her
because
contract
why
yet.
would you do that to yourself?
You need a point guard, and that's not KP.
I
KP is
agree.
not no goddamn point guard.
I don't
Never.
think you want to be running
I
the
would
one the
But
entire
I don't
never.
game.
think I don't in that system. KP is the point guard though.
That's stupid. No, that is a death wish. No, 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 no.
I don't. I don't see that. Like I don't
First,
see
KP
Odyssey and
is
KP
too
starting
score.
together.
Is too KP is too score first to be a point guard, and
I
she's
agree.
not. And she's
Sabrina
not.
is too.
And it
All of them
didn't
are.
fucking work.
They just got a title.
And what did and they did, and it shouldn't have went to five. And what did Sue Bird say? We need somebody who can know where to pass the fucking ball. This is
This
shitty.
is true.
That's exactly what Sue Bird basically said. This is stupid. Get some people on the court who know where and how to pass the ball, and get everybody involved because this shit is bullshit. That's what Sue Bird said. I heard her say it out of her own mouth. That's the
Yeah.
first she said verbatim. KP is not a point guard. KP is the two guard. I don't want to see her skipping around with the ball. Take it because KP will rock down the court and just shoot that bitch. No. No, KP is not. No, no, no.
So we're looking at Odyssey, KP, Rakia.
I'd
McDonald.
probably say
Oh, you talking about
De'Erica
starters?
Azare.
I think if Cam's not healthy, then you start Azure. But if she is healthy, then De'Erica too.
Yeah, I'm just the reason why I say Stevens is just to give Cam time to get back into playing full court and stuff like that because it doesn't seem like she's started doing that yet. So just to give her that time instead of like rushing her back out there to the physicality of being a five player and stuff like that.
Okay.
I think. Can I say one thing about Indiana?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they definitely tooled it in a way to give Caitlyn a whole bunch of weapons, and that's what you're supposed to do when you have a generational star. You get her what will make her better and what will make your franchise better. One thing I will say though is for all of y'all who signed there, if that shit go left and they get to calling you the hard R and whatever on the, I'm not picking up my pitchfork. I will
At
be in my
all.
bed with my heated blanket and my edible, and I will roll over and say, "Well, girl, I wonder what the fuck they doing down there in DC because I don't know what the fuck going on in Indiana. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm sorry."
I also think it's a little disingenuous to fire the sound the alarm and you know do all that was done by certain people specifically last season about what they experienced at the hand of that fan base and then to sign to sign there. I think that's a
Money
little
is some rollers.
I think that's a little disingenuous. However, hoops, I think it makes perfect sense. Everybody that went there. Now, this is not even me being biased. Y'all know how I get with Vegas. I do think we didn't use it well, but
Agreed.
that
That's
makes
their fault.
that makes
That is
no.
their fault.
It is definitely their fault.
That because
It don't make sense.
they did not, they did not value that girl. Every time she came in a game, she turned that shit up. She turned it out. She did her thing, and they sat her and sat her to the point that a lot of people didn't even want her on the fucking team.
That was
That's
ludicrous.
that's
But
crying
I
now.
definitely remember that she was
Yes, y'all
trending
didn't
because
even
y'all
want her.
wanted her out of
Yes,
Vegas.
y'all didn't want her on the team, and
correct.
finally she get playing and she doing her thing and she hooping and Vegas played, and
Yeah.
so to me, probably because she didn't sign for a lot of money, they probably was gonna offer her another training camp contract. And why the hell am I gonna go be on the training camp contract and maybe make the team when I could go on the team that's gonna pay me and I'm gonna be on the team.
I
Period. Until
I
until next season.
the only thing is that she would have got the vet minimum in Vegas too. It's the same money.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's. I'm just saying, if
Right.
you were going to offer me a training camp, I'm going to go somewhere at least where my money, where I'm guaranteed to make it to next season. I'm not playing with
True.
y'all.
True. 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 I think to like round out the point, I think that doesn't necessarily make sense just because of the way that they play. But I do think she's going to be an important piece to figuring out how the fuck that locker room gets down.
What you mean, where they play?
I don't think she's gonna see the court much in Indiana. Not probably the same amount she saw in Vegas.
But it's guaranteed. She gonna be on
No,
that
no, I'm
team.
not talking about money. I'm talking about getting on the court.
I'm
I
Because
curious if it
oh,
how I looking at their roster right now and the money. I'm curious how guaranteed the spot is.
yeah, they're still over cap right
Because
now.
right now they're over the cap space with her. And so to me, it kind of gives at the moment, like they could still make trades to create more cap space and room and stuff like that. But right now their only unprotected contracts are Dewana Bonner, who they just signed that. So that's a done deal pretty much. Not going to get rid of her. Um, Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark, and Jalen Brown. So obviously Aaliyah Caitlin ain't going nowhere. So right now it feels like in the moment it's coming down to her or Jalen Brown. And so I'm interested to see like how that goes or if they make some more space for her to where they can carry her. Cause right now they're over the cap. So
Do they have a pick?
they do have a pick, but it's a second rounder. Like
Yeah, they only have
they have some
one.
second round picks.
Oh no,
They have two
they got
second round picks
yeah,
and one third round
third.
pick.
Yeah.
how do y'all remember?
So
Oh, I got her hoop stats up
yeah,
right
Oh,
now.
okay,
same.
I'm about to say, God, really?
So that is going to be
So
interesting
that's
to
the
see.
only intriguing thing to me because I do think that she can be a good presence in the locker room
For
for them.
sure, she's gonna need to be.
Um, but I just
One
like
thing
if
about
they
he said,
traded for Jalen Brown, what happens with Jalen or her? I feel like it's going to come down to her and Jalen or whoever the
But
rookies they get
wait a
I think
minute,
from.
she
wait a
good. I
minute.
don't think she signs if she's not. To be honest.
But I think in to that point, that's why it's a dope. Like I think it makes a lot of sense in terms of if 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 I want to get a winning culture,
Wait, time
Sid
out.
is a player that I want on my team.
Time out.
Christy
Like
Wallace is still protected.
Oh Lord.
Yes,
Y'all, Dolores, y'all,
that's what she makes it tough.
y'all.
what happened?
Y'all remember that gay cake that Asia got her?
I saw the
Some,
post. I literally
yeah.
just read it.
Have you seen the rest of my teammates? They'll still be cake this year. I already got the design. Oh my God. Go ahead. I'm gonna put it on the screen.
I
I'm
think
gonna
Lexi Hall and Christy Wallace are protected rookie contracts. Demiris Dantas is protected veteran. Katie Lou, that they need to do something with that Katie Lou contract. That so,
And that's the tough thing about it is like with Katie Lou contract is so big. No, I don't see no them trading that.
you
that
I
can't
like
could
I
because who
can't
the
think any team wants
if
that.
anybody takes that contract in WNBA, I'm gonna know the
They're
fix is in.
insane.
I'm gonna know the fix is in.
that's a at this point. Ain't she from California? Golden State might just have to go ahead and
They might not have to do shit. Why would they do that?
Why would
well
they
not
risk
have
that?
to.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Not
Like
The fuck?
what?
They don't gotta do
Fuck
I
out
shit
of
but
mean,
here.
stay
yeah,
black and
not
die.
have to. I mean, she would be based off of what the Valkyries have stated, how they kind of like expected to get some motion, they didn't, so they've settled or they've accepted the fact that they.
I ain't settling. I know they ain't down
I
that
can
bad
settle for
yet
a
the way
lot
they
of
got
shit.
settled.
Erica Wheeler being one of them. Katie Lou not being one of them.
Not
So
for
Oh,
who
so
do you
her.
you're
think?
saying you're saying that if you were the Valkyries, you would take Wheeler over Katie Lou.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
Gladly.
Now there is also the divorce option. If the Fever just really want to move on from that contract, there's the divorce option, which is basically a
Vegas
buyout.
needs to divorce. Now, I've been trying to be motherfucking nice, but it's the 8th hour and I'm tired. If I see Bell, and I'm saying this with grace and love. Y'all saw me when I said on this app that we need to give more grace to KB. I think she can work for us. However, that time is up. It is time to get the fuck on and get the fuck off. If I see KB on the Vegas roster in the year 2025 of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, I am going to crash the fuck out, and I mean it.
So now, do
I've
we put
had
that
it.
on KB or do
You
we put
can't
it
crash
on?
out before me. I
I've
called this no
had it.
crashing out first.
And Natalie is going to be the first person I contact.
But
For
do
you
you
to
put
do
that on
that shit,
KB or do you put it on Becky for not playing her?
no, no, No.
All right, now
N-
KB a little different than
That's
Kia.
a little bit different because she
Yeah.
she got on that motherfucking TikTok and said, I gotta earn Becky's respect back. Had you got your ass up out of that Southern California nightclub and had you stayed your ass off of them goddamn TikTok and got in the motherfucking gym, I wouldn't be cussing like I'm motherfucking cussing right now. You took that motherfucking bleach and kept dyeing your goddamn hair every other fucking week instead of dyeing the motherfucking basketball on the court. Sick of this shit. You gonna sleep in that motherfucking jersey, you stinky ass.
Oh no, all my friends used to say they used to see her at all the damn strip clubs on
You
the
know
strip.
her ass was like a proper light skin.
Well, KB's contract is protected, so
And I
unless
needed to be protected home.
unless it's traded or a divorce
Send it to
settlement.
Chicago.
Vegas, do some criminal shit and get her
Oh.
off the fucking team.
And maybe a change of scenery could be good for her. Maybe a change of
How
scenery could
about
be good.
Kia? Kia.
I will take Kia because Kia gave us a championship.
See,
Not Kaya.
if I was a GM, here's what I do. And people would probably say I'm like the most heartless, meanest GM possible, but I'll put a roster together. I'm going to cut Kia and Megan, and I'm going to tell them I would love to have you back, but we've got to create some cap space, sister. And so I'm cutting you so we can restructure your contract. But in cutting them, you risk losing them. You do. They can go somewhere else and they might, put together a nice little contract somewhere else. But if not, you could tell them, hey, the door is open for the vet minimum, not put at 103K. Sorry, not sorry. And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna put together, I'm gonna try to find some people that can give me what I need. Like Vegas they scrapping for money right now. They money tight. Like they don't have no money. So, sorry. That might make me like the most evil person, like the most evil GM ever, but sorry. If you're
Y'all
not
think
staring
Isabel
at the
Harrison?
basket and you can't give me more than 4 points,
Mm.
and like 5 should be the bare minimum when you playing next to, even Brianna Turner ass when she was playing next to BG was getting buckets.
Well, okay.
Y'all think Isabel Harrison can do the same thing as Kia Stokes, or could fill that
I
role,
think she
like
could
you
do
said?
more.
I think you lose. I think you gain offense. You lose a little bit of the defense, but then was it really?
Man, honestly and truly, I love everything that Kia gave that team during the first championship. Thought she was amazing. She did what she needed to do. And then even during the second one. But to me, it's very criminal that Vegas watched New York put Sabrina on Kia during that championship series and said, it's fine. Like, we're good. We're all good. Like, New York dead ass said, Sabrina can't defend nobody else. Like, she can't defend Jackie, she can't defend Chelsea, she can't defend, KP. So hell, put her on Kia. Your 6'3" post player, put her on Kia, cause she ain't gonna do shit. And they were very right. Like, and Vegas said, it's fine. It's cool. Like, come on,
In the
man.
words of Tim Mulkey, I am fed up. I am fed up.
Do you think they just scared to cut people and hurt people's feelings?
Yes, because the last time we
I
cut
think
somebody who
so.
cut somebody's feelings, we had a lawsuit.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So
Everybody
do
else gets
we?
to be cutthroat and do what's best in the interest of the team, and Vegas gotta play hands and footsies with every motherfucking body.
I forgot about
Cause
that
if we
speed
So
cut
Western.
KB, y'all gonna be writing a motherfucking research project about how we hate people with deaths in the family. Sick of y'all asses.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That might be.
we the Aces have since officially signed Elizabeth Kitley, their
If she don't come
2020.
out playing like that black man told her she can play, she can go too.
We have we, we
I've had
the Aces have signed Elizabeth Kitley. Notable free agents that are still available. Oh, Also, another one that I forgot, Tina Charles. So we saw a lot this year that players were returning to their former teams, the teams that where their career started. So, congrats to Tina Charles going back to Connecticut Sun. We know that she's a low stated type individual anyway. She doesn't do anything. She dedicates her salary. She donates her salary and produces her films. So Connecticut is a good spot to her. She's a train ride away from New York. Um, but she was the MVP there in Connecticut as well. But there's still Kennedy Carter, Cheyenne Parker, Tyus, Ariel Powers, Tiffany Mitchell, Mercedes Russell, Erica Wheeler, as mentioned earlier, along with Izzy Harrison and Brianna Turner. So those are still some names that are available in free agency. And we're always going to see players possibly coming from overseas who could be those diamonds in the rough, like Rebecca Gardner again, like a few seasons ago, along with a few others. So, where would you assign those players? So the seven or so players that I just named, pick a roster that you would put them on. First up, Kennedy Carter.
Mm.
Ooh. Um,
San Francisco.
Golden State probably, right?
Man, send her to Seattle with Pokey.
With who?
You
Oh,
think
Pokey.
her and Skylar would
Pokey.
mesh well? And
Yeah,
she, nah, but didn't
she
she
could.
just, in that article,
It's
she
NECA.
talked
That's
about
the issue.
Necker? Yeah, I was going to say her and Necker
Oh,
didn't really
Necker
get
though.
off on good foots in LA.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Damn it.
Well, Golden State meets Kennedy. Cheyenne Parker Tyus.
Vegas, hopefully.
Ariel Powers.
The Twitch stream.
Send her to
Wow.
Indiana.
Twitch.
They ain't got no more room.
Well, the
Oh,
Timos
yeah,
are
you're right.
gone. So could she go to back to Mystics?
Yeah.
Does she want to at this point? SWK gone. I feel like that was her dog.
Mm. Tiffany Mitchell.
LA, Los
She could go
Angeles.
anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah, she could play anywhere. Literally.
Mercedes Russell.
Yeah, put her in Vegas.
I'll
Big
take
ass
her in
Vegas.
Vegas too, to be
I'll
honest.
take her in Vegas tonight.
Erica Wheeler. I know you all say Golden State.
Connecticut.
Oh,
They already
wait.
got
If
point
They
guard.
got
They
a
got
point guard. They
Cloud.
can't do Tasha and Irizi. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she'll be all right.
if Sid not coming back and we got the space, come on to Vegas, sister.
Who Cloud?
No, Easy.
Oh,
Who needs a point guard?
we do.
Vegas.
Yeah. Golden State need one too, right? They need everything.
Yeah, Golden State really.
They got Veronica Burton.
They have they have Monique.
You said that with a straight face?
And they got Van Loo. Van Loo.
They do have. I like Julie. Yeah.
LA already has K. They got KP, Odyssey, and Julie. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We need to start looking at some international girlies, damn it. Because we got, what's our good sister that came from big Australia? She came out late in the midnight hour. We're going to need God to put some late in the midnight hour
I wonder how Baby
international
Pearl
girlies.
doing. I'm about to go to her Instagram. I know that baby done grew up a little bit. Baby's broke up.
Izzy Harrison.
Las Vegas.
If she like, I wouldn't mind her back in Chicago. I know them fans ran her ragged,
Oh,
but I
no.
thought
No,
she played
sister.
well
I
with.
wouldn't do that to her. Now, that's nasty, honey.
If it was like, cause I really thought she played well with Camilla, and I
Camilla.
also thought she played
She would
well.
look good by Tina.
Yeah, she could. Yeah, Connecticut could work.
And ain't that where her partner at?
yes.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Family Matters.
All right, Brianna Turner.
Child.
Home. The WNBA Players
Yeah.
Association.
Send her
He
to
could be the
Golden
new
State.
president. Do the
Being the
WNBA?
president without
Monique
being on the
Phillips. That
roster.
don't even sound
Yeah, I
good.
was gonna ask, can you be? Because she could just focus on that. She don't
Because,
have to
see,
play. Just focus on.
Taking
I'm
Kathy's
saying
spot.
all this. If she played like she played at Phoenix with BG, anybody would take her. But
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know, because Lord.
It's
She
like she's scared to dribble the ball,
or do anything.
right?
Okay. Well, we know, like we said, we're in the middle of free agency, so there are still a
Tiffany
lot of.
Tiffany
Huh?
can come to Atlanta.
Oh yeah,
I would like
Tiffany
to see
Mitchell
her.
or Hayes
D-
come back.
does Dallas have a backup center?
No.
A what?
I
Where's the
don't
I'm
know
what?
not playing
why.
a
What's
walk
she
at the
gonna do?
center. I'm not playing her at the five.
Are they going to play Maisha there?
No.
I
No,
doubt
she's a
it.
four.
She's
Because
I
little.
right
think they
now
got to
their
go.
bigger
They got to
bodies
go pick up
are
one of
Maybe
those Isabel Harrison something.
Tierra McCowan, Maddie, a walk if she comes. If they sign and keep Kiki,
Hines
and
Allen,
Hines
and that's
Allen.
it.
Ooh,
Oh,
Kiki.
she got paid. Maisha, she got paid. She got
Yeah,
paid.
they're insane.
Wait, what did she? Hold on. What did she get?
She got paid like 100 and something, 50, 180, maybe 180. I can't
Let's
remember, but
see.
it was a lot.
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out.
No, she got paid 203,000.
Oh,
Yes,
What
hear
the
me out.
hell?
Maisha, this could be the year where we finally see Maisha and the AT similarities. That's all I'm gonna say. If she has a year like she had in the bubble, this all makes a lot of sense.
Oh, is Kurt Miller pulling a Kurt Miller? I didn't even peep that.
Right, right.
okay. Yeah.
Because you got your Tierra, your low post presence. You got Maisha, and if he lets her play, I know she'll play the four, but if he lets her do a little bit of three in terms of like initiating the offense and using a little bit more of her versatility in her game, I think that could be really dope, especially if she's knocking down outside shots.
So
I'm trying to
what is she
remember
doing to Alyssa?
what allowed her to have that. Oh, they had a lot of opt outs, right?
EDD, EDD didn't come, and nor did Natasha.
Okay. And did Tina opt out the bubble too, or was she there?
I I think Emma was in the bubble, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I would need to go look, but she was really good in the bubble, like really, really good, good.
Dejanay got 200 grand from them.
So
Um,
what is his plan with Alyssa, you think? Because
Works.
you
I
talking about
think
her
you
playing some Maisha.
Yeah, I think Nalissa plays the four and maybe Maisha at the three. I think that could work. No shade.
Can
This
Maisha guard threes? She yeah.
they got oh, they also did sign Kayla Charles and Joyner Holmes and Giseldorf
The
to
training
training
camp.
camp contracts.
Well, who was the last name you said?
Luisa Giseldorf.
I don't know who that is.
Shout out to the
Gis-
hometown kid, Joyner. Turn up.
and we know Joyner typically finds her way on rosters.
I don't know if I see Maisha at the three.
And Lou is still currently there also. So right now they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 players. And then they have a Wap whose contract is currently listed as suspended. So I think they will have the rights to her. And then Kiki, who is a reserved. Phoenix offered Kiki a reserved qualifying offer. So it hadn't been signed as reported yet. But then, those rights were transferred. And Dallas still has, of course, 1, 12, 14, 27, and 31.
They about to have a loaded training camp.
Yeah. And so I won't be surprised if there are some more decisions or some more pieces moved around. We know that with Lou, what will they do? If will they keep Maddie? Maddie, I think, has definitely earned a spot there in Dallas. What
Agreed.
happens with obviously Kiki and Awap's contracts? We know that Paige will have a spot there. So it'll be interesting to see who ends up on the final Dallas roster, or are they collecting these pieces just to send them back to Connecticut? So, yeah, training camp's been fun so far. This is the most movement I think that we've had in recent years. We've always said that, in Dolores's words, he's always called them PUSSY for no one wanting to move or for staying in situations that were unhealthy for them. But we know that people have decided to go ahead and take a chance and have fun for this year before the CBA is restructured for next season. And we do it all over again with even more madness. So I see a few hands raised in the audience before we get off. If there are any questions, we'll bring some people up.
Yeah, it's some people that's been waiting, but I just wanted to wait to the end of the show. Let me see.
Go ahead.
They be on here. There go. He be on here talking, chatting with us all the time.
What's up, James? James, are you there?
James. James. Okay, he'll figure it out.
Oh my gosh, she fucking dead.
Huh?
What's up, Jonathan? Might
Jonathan?
have fell asleep.
They might have stepped away while they was waiting.
Jonathan, hello.
I'm just gonna remove them then.
Okay. Are there any other questions? Any other hands? People would like to come up, voice your concerns, or ask anything. Let us know before we wrap it up tonight. Anything from the committee before we go?
Nope.
I heard if you put your unpainted toenails in Asian slides, they'll paint them for you.
Y'all play so much.
What color? It'll be pink.
White toes for the hoes,
Yeah,
please.
yeah, white toes, French tips.
James, you there?
Nope. Nope.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you all for tuning in. As always, thank you for listening. Thank us for speaking. And you all have an amazing rest of your night. And go A1.